Hello, everyone. My name is Calvin Bonamega Jr., and I'm the town administrator for the town of Rising Sun. The town recently drafted two separate ordinances that will make changes to the town's zoning code if they are adopted by the mayor and commissioners. In an effort to provide additional information and clear up a few misconceptions, the mayor and commissioners have asked me to provide a video presentation and to offer greater clarity and a better understanding of what these changes will entail and how they can positively affect the community at large. This is not an easy task, however, because there is a significant and comprehensive legislative framework of laws and regulations in place that outline and define the concepts of zoning codes, why they are required, what their purpose is, and how they are developed. In order to understand these proposed zoning changes, I believe it is important to provide you with some background on that legislative process. However, instead of having one long presentation, I feel it might be best to break the concepts into four individual series of videos titled, "What is a comprehensive plan? Why is it required? And how does it affect the town?" The purpose and benefits of zoning districts and the creation of zoning maps. But if you just want a summary of the two ordinances in question, you can view the last two videos titled A Summary of Ordinance 2022-01, Amending and Creating Zoning Districts, and a Summary of Ordinance 2022-02, Comprehensive Rezoning Phase 1. Feel free to view any and all videos as you see fit, but I would recommend that you start with video 1, followed by videos 2, 3, and 4. My hope is that you will find these videos informative, while also answering any questions or concerns you might have on the process. If you have any questions about the videos or need more information, please do not hesitate to email me at tabonenberger@risingsunmd.org. As a quick reminder, the mayor and commissioners will be holding a public hearing to discuss these changes on Tuesday evening, March 22nd at 7 p.m. The meeting will be held at the Community Fire Company of Rising Sun, located at 300 Joseph Biggs Memorial Highway. So let's start with video 1 in the series titled, "What is a comprehensive plan? Why it is required, and how does it affect the town?" You will hear the term comprehensive plan or comp plan often and in each of the videos. That is because the comprehensive plan is the driving force that shapes not only the current development and growth of the town, but the future growth and development of the town as well. You will see that without the creation, adoption, and enforcement of a good comprehensive plan, the town could incur significant negative community impacts stemming from disorderly development, conflicting land uses, traffic congestion, and general disruptions in peace, harmony, and community welfare. But what is a comprehensive plan? Is it required, and how is it developed? To answer that question, we have to take a look at the Annotated Code of the state of Maryland, which is essentially the state code or laws for the state. For the purposes of our discussion, we're going to take a look at certain laws that apply directly to the town of Rising Sun. So let me share my screen for a second, and we'll take a look at these laws and how they apply to the town of Rising Sun. So I'm on a website that gives me access to the Maryland State Code, and I'm going to go down to what is called the land use article, because all the items we're talking about in terms of comp plans and zoning codes can all be found in the land use article. So then we're going to click on single jurisdiction planning and zoning. Now, the single jurisdiction applies to us because we do not share our government or oversight with another community. We are a single jurisdiction. So we click on this section, and we're going to go to Title 1, Definitions and General Provisions. We're going to click on Definitions twice, and that's going to take us to a list of definitions. And we're going to scroll down to the definition of plan. And a plan is defined as the policy, statements, goals, and interrelated plans for private and public land use, transportation, and community facilities documented in text and maps that constitute the guide for an area's future development. It's also important to note that a plan includes a general plan, master plan, comprehensive plan, functional plan, or community plan adopted in accordance with subtitle 4 of this title and title 3 of this article. Essentially, the state has defined the term plan with concepts that are interchangeable and used in various other types of plans. But for the purposes of our work, the concepts and objectives that are defined in the law are also made a part of a plan. That is commonly referred to as a comprehensive plan. In addition, as you will see, the town is required to have this type of plan under state law. So we're going to go back to our website and we're going to go back up to single jurisdiction. And we're now going to click on comprehensive plan because that's the type of plan that we are dealing with. So when we click on comprehensive plan and then subtitle 1, requirements and elements, then we're going to click on section 3-101 titled Plan Required Municipal Inclusion. This applies to the town of Rising Sun because by definition, the town of Rising Sun is a municipality. So they're basically directing municipalities to this section. So when we click on that, we're going to find that in general, a local jurisdiction shall enact, adopt, amend, and execute a plan in accordance with this division. I prefer to consider the development of a comprehensive plan as being similar to a business plan or a roadmap for continued success and sustainability, and to enhance the character, charm, and appeal that makes the community attractive to residents and businesses. In order to develop that plan, or any business plan for that matter, one needs to identify the focus, objectives, and goals for the business. For the purposes of developing a comprehensive plan, a community needs to identify who they are and what they want to be while identifying the critical elements needed to achieve the intended goal. The community must assess and identify the available resources and attributes that distinguish their community from others. Most importantly, the community must identify and develop the steps that are needed to ensure success. This final step is often missed by communities and results in unintended consequences of overdevelopment, incompatible land uses, traffic congestion, and community tension, and a general decline of community spirit. However, the state law actually provides an outline of the various elements that need to be addressed when developing a comp plan. Those elements are provided to ensure that a community addresses the various factors that can both positively and negatively impact the community. So let's go back to the state law website and take a look at this information. So we're going to go back up to single jurisdiction, planning and zoning, and we're going to go back down to Title 3, the comprehensive plan. And then we're going to click on requirements and elements. And then we're going to go down to elements, non-charter counties, and municipal corporations. So there's that word municipal again, which defines the town of Rising Sun. So when we go onto this page, we'll see that under required elements, the Planning Commission for a local jurisdiction shall include in the comprehensive plan the following elements. Remember, those elements have been determined to either have positive consequences or negative consequences if they're not properly addressed. So the elements of a comp plan should include a community facilities element, an area of critical state concerns, goals and objectives element, a housing element, a land use element, development regulations element, a sensitive areas element, a transportation element, a water resources element, and if current geological information is available, the plan shall include a mineral resources element. But here's the one that's really critical. The plan for a municipal corporation that exercises zoning authority shall include a municipal growth element. Item number 4 here is not germane to the town of Rising Sun. It's specific to counties. So In summary, a comprehensive plan is a review of all the listed elements that affect a community that subsequently result in the development and collection of recommended policies, regulations, and standards that are designed to shape the community, provide its identity, and help it to achieve the goals that most benefit the community at large. But how does a comprehensive plan actually affect the town? To answer that question, I would ask you to consider a couple of examples. Let's take a look at the community of Whitemarsh, located in Baltimore County. When we think of this area, we immediately think of shopping malls, big box stores, large commercial complexes that are located along superhighways. This is not by accident. The comprehensive plan for Baltimore County has targeted that area for those types of uses. Baltimore County has determined that the Whitemarsh area shall be known as a shopping and retail district. Their zoning and land development codes are structured to drive that type of retail and commercial development to that area. But let's take a look a little bit closer to home. Chesapeake City and the towns of Charlestown, Northeast, and Port Deposit are waterfront communities. They are set up and designed to attract tourists and visitors that want to experience the boating and fishing resources that lend themselves nicely to those communities. Again, if you were to look at the comprehensive plan of those communities, you would find that their respective plans are designed and implemented to capitalize on these attributes and establish who they are as a community. However, our town is a bit different, and we have to develop our own unique plan for our community. In addition, we are required by law to update and amend our plan as needed. But at the very least, this plan must be updated every 10 years. The town of Rising Sun began working on amending its comprehensive plan back in late 2017 in preparation of the 10-year deadline for updates. In June of 2019, the mayor and commissioners adopted the current comprehensive plan. So in closing, let's summarize what's in the town of Rising Sun's comp plan. I think it's important for everyone to understand the clear intent of our comprehensive plan. The plan was adopted with the intent of providing a guide for the coordinated, adjusted, and harmonious development of the town while maintaining and preserving the rural character of the Rising Sun region and to define best practices for promoting health, safety, morals, order, convenience, prosperity, and general welfare. We believe the proposed zoning changes will strike a healthy balance between landowners' rights for development and the use of their land versus the rights of other property owners and the use of their respected lands also. People call Rising Sun and the greater Rising Sun region home because they love the charm and the rural character and nature of the region. The Planning Commission and the elected body have attempted to propose changes from the perspective of setting up the town that we all love for long-term sustainability and the ability to continue to provide efficient, effective quality of life services for our residents. So there you go, folks. This concludes the first video in our zoning code and comprehensive plan video series. I truly hope that I have been able to shed some light on the comprehensive plan process and how it not only shapes the community that we love, but ensures continued success for our community. Please check out video 2 of the series, which will show how the recommendations, goals, and objectives of the comp plan are carried out through the development and enforcement of zoning codes, regulations, and maps. As always, we thank you for your interest in these matters, and please contact me if you have any questions or concerns.